The committee put their heads together and they started their own thing.
Hey y'all, it's Izzy Harrison and you're tapping in with the committee.
What's up guys, this is Azari Stevens and you're tapping in with the committee.
Big shout out to the committee. Y'all hold it down for us.
Shout out to the committee. Come on, rocking with the committee. The committee. We committee.
Some people ain't gonna like it, and some people will.
I love seeing people who don't fuck with us no more on there.
We live.
We live, baby. We just like Plies.
We committee.
We committees.
Yeah, y'all yelling at us in the comments.
Right. It was really Brandon's fault, actually. All of us
I'm
were
sorry,
here.
y'all.
Yeah, we were ready. We were here before time.
Yes, I was sitting there struggling with my phone, getting ready to plug the phone in. I was like, okay, let me make sure everything is right.
How long did you know this was coming? Because
you're right.
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
We start getting ready at like 8:30, 8:45.
But you know what? It don't matter because why? We are here. And what else has happened? Okay, I had to make sure I plugged up. I should have pulled some clothes. I got to make sure I don't stand up because I ain't got no pants.
Me neither. Oh, and I need to get my charger. Oh my lord. Okay, go ahead.
I was about to say you had to get some ones. Sorry.
I need to get my charger for this.
I got on pants. My Gamecock basketball shorts.
I thought that's right. Oh, we showing.
Oh gosh,
geez,
you stay down.
I was about to say,
Yana at a restaurant that served Hennessy salmon
and lamb chops.
Nah, this is my sister's green room. She put little green things all on the wall.
All you missing is the neon light.
My apartment got this little thing. I feel like I'm in an office. I'm in a little cubicle.
Come on, cubicle.
Hey, y'all. We haven't been on in a while.
We haven't seen our smiling faces, and we are so glad that you all have decided to join us today because we really have missed you all. So, yeah, I guess. I mean, we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. I was about to grab my wig, but I'm not going to do that today. Not today. That's for another show. So, Shay, please. This picture.
You should have put
my bad. Talk without me. Oh, I gotta change it. Stewie redeemed herself. I gotta change it. My bad.
Right? Did she?
She.
I mean, yeah, they won.
She did get the ring. She did get the ring.
She's always had one. It's that you should have put that picture when she was doing the E-Cane.
But
you should put the Tebows.
What are some of y'all's favorite moments so far in this early college season that we've had a chance to experience?
Harmony Turner.
There's very few.
Harmony Turner and her squad.
Harmony Turner. Yes, we love Harmony. Shout out to the Harvardies. There's a name there, Harmony.
I've liked, although the competition hasn't been great, I've enjoyed watching the tandem of Hannah and Olivia Mouse.
Welcome back, Olivia Miles.
Yeah,
period.
They've been really fun to watch, and just Olivia Miles in general, her coming back and the way she's come back, that's been fun. I've enjoyed that.
Someone said the Louisville guard.
Hey, no, they got some guard. I think this season in general just feels very, very, very guard heavy, and I'm not the biggest fan because I'm a post girly. I love post play, but
because we love the size,
huh?
Because we love the size.
Yeah, but it's a guard year. Like it definitely is.
The year of the guards. Yeah,
it is.
She's been hooping.
Oh,
yeah.
Oregon is a surprise. So what you saying, country, is that Deja went and turned Oregon up, huh?
Ooh, she told y'all.
Is she about to go State? Norfolk State for sure. So Deja about to go and do what some people couldn't do.
Who
is that?
I'm just kidding.
Auburn says Deja ain't lie about turning North Carolina up though. She did not lie about that. I know
she did it, and I didn't like how people was acting about that. Like,
that tweet is still in my draft. Like, just don't allow your hatred for someone to cloud your
like now. Whether you think, like I tweeted, whether you think that was the right idea for the coach, we could have that discussion. But for y'all to see her act like she wasn't
the one for them,
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm fighting the urge to go in this kitchen and check on my meat. But the people already said me banging on pots, so we're not gonna do that just yet. So since we, this is our first episode since the start of the season, I guess we have to go to where it all started. And as you heard in the intro, Paris, we weren't there this year, but that's fine. There were some other teams that were there having some croissants and baguettes and some ham and bacon that Flo did not eat.
Don't start.
The Paris games. Shane's Trojans versus the mighty Yolette.
The whom?
The mighty Yolette.
Yeah.
What did we think about that game? The first game of the season, opening on big stage in Paris.
It was ugly. It was very ugly. It was ugly.
But all right, hold on. But not too much, D. I know we ain't been going that long.
I know, not Pearl Harbor, Lord.
It was still a good ending once, I think the second half was better than the first. The first half, you could definitely tell that it was a new year. A lot of teams got a bunch of different pieces, a lot of turnovers. Ole Miss, they like to play ugly. Their defense will make you play ugly. And for a team that has a lot of new players coming in, like Southern Cal does, the defense had them turning the ball over a lot. And Ole Miss was just turning the ball over because they were just turning the ball over. I don't know what we don't know with them. But in the second half, everybody kind of settled down a little bit. Shots started to fall, and the game went back and forth a lot. And then, Ole Miss was able to fight their way back into it. And it was a good game. It was ugly, but it was still good. It's a good learning lesson for both teams because you're going to have to learn how to win ugly come March sometimes. So
I told y'all the fight in your legs.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Sorry. Oh no, go ahead, Lo, because Lo watched it. Y'all watched it in real time.
I would have to agree. I think Kiki has to stay out of foul trouble. I think Kennedy Smith is her. She really found a way to impact the game. She doesn't mind getting dirty, gritty. I think the little backup point guard off the bench might be the one. And moved TVO to the 2.
The freshman?
Yes. Heckle, baby.
Yeah. I like her.
She just look and let me say this, it might have to be both because TVO does have a little bit more experience in those times. But TVO, she's not a, you know how I am, she's not a true point guard to me. And I don't mean it in a bad way, you can move her to the 2. But as a point guard all the time, I don't see it. Maybe for certain matchups, sure. But I think Heckle could be just a better point guard for the team. I think half their problem was, Ole Miss bring that defense and it's gonna make you it's gonna make you F up. And then with TVO being the point guard, she just seemed very unsure because the pace is a lot different than where she's coming from. It's just a different game. So I mean, she does have time to adjust, but I really did like Heckle in that spot. I'm sorry, Shay. I love Miss Gottlieb. I think she's a dope woman. She's so sweet. But the only thing that concerns me about this team going forward is just coaching. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
Can I say that I agree with, I would feel a little different if Brenda was coaching this team. You know what I'm saying?
In what way?
If Brenda, not the she got to keep people happy part, but if she could just literally come in.
Brenda is one of the top, better the best coaches.
That's what I'm saying. I would feel better about that. I think, and Yana made this point if sister can't make it jail and make it work, it's gonna be some questions because you got all the talent in the world. But I will say, first game, it was ugly for sure. But Ole Miss does that to you, and I will say, shit. At least we ain't lose like Stanford did on their home floor in the tournament. Okay. But I think that I agree with y'all. I guess my biggest question for me was TVO is are you playing the point guard or are you not? Which one is it? Because we need a point guard. Juju shouldn't be bringing the ball up and initiating offense.
But hear me out though, because I do think at sometimes, we all love Juju. I do think that sometimes though, Juju has to realize I'm not on the team that I was on last year.
Oh, for
I
sure.
got other girls who can hoop, but at the same time, her coach got to tell her, pass the rock.
No, I think that I agree with you 100%. There was stretches in the game, especially when they looked like they was about to lose, with Juju just getting the rock and just being like, fuck, we about to go. I'm going. This is last year. I'm going. And it's like, bro, you got Kiki right there in the paint. Like, bro.
Right. What we doing? Like,
I think the best version of this team, I know people want to talk about like Kobe, Shaq, whatever. The best version of this team to me is the Lynx, where it was like the Maya, Sil, Simone Lynx, where it's like everybody was getting off. It wasn't just like Juju and Kiki, and then because Kennedy can hoop. Kennedy can hoop. Like for a freshman to come in and be like, yo, I'm big bodying against Ole Miss. I love her. But if TVO, we got to figure out the point guard thing. Because when Hidalgo gonna come and gonna rip the hinges off the door if we dribble.
Like press her full court, and
she's gonna be in somebody's shit all night if we play like that. But
and you know who I need to see more from? Rhea. Like, but in all honesty, though, I think that Kiki struggled a little bit to start the game because Rhea wasn't giving much offensively, and I think that's an adjustment that Kiki's going to have to make because before she used to play with Cam, right? And you couldn't send a double team to Kiki because you had to worry about where the hell is Cam at. And now she's the big dog in the paint, like literally the only big dog in the paint. And if you're 4, or I guess 5, if your 5 isn't an offensive threat, you deal with the same shit that all these other players around the world got to deal with the double teams and all that stuff. So Rhea
Kiki love Asia. She want to be baby Asia. She finna be Asia.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I have a question. I know there was a lot of conversation in regards to obviously, mucking it up. Shay made a statement that that's what Ole Miss does to their opponents. We've seen it. No matter the level of the opponent, everyone struggles offensively. Most teams struggle offensively against Ole Miss. And so while it necessarily didn't do that much favors in regards to the offensive side of the game, and I know people say, oh man, Ole Miss in their shot selection, are you encouraged that, okay, if their defense came out the gate looking like this at the first game of the season, they still have time to work on their offense because sometimes,
Dana, Dan, where you been, Dan?
Hey Dana, where you been?
Wait, where?
Hey
Dana.
Yeah,
follow me on Blue Sky.
Oh, everybody on what is Blue Sky? That's Twitter, but
that's not like a pill.
Not a pill.
It's not like Blue Chew.
A butterfly icon.
It sound like Blue Chew, and that's like the erection pill. Sorry, but anyway, so do you feel like there's some sort of Come on, I know y'all see them commercials about Blue Chew.
How do we? Okay, moving on.
So do you feel that there is some light?
Is there hope for their offense?
Yeah.
It depends because
I like Awala.
She was good. I thought Star Jacobs did really well for them.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out to KK coming back off ACL.
KK was hooping.
Coming back off ACL and hooping like that. Big shout out to her.
She was hooping. I just need to
hear me out though.
Kennedy Todd Williams.
Yeah. It started getting better near the end, but like if you're gonna be the point guard, you gotta dish it too. Let's not take every shot. Let's breathe.
Let's take a moment to celebrate and appreciate point guards with that awareness.
Yeah. So now Ole Miss got somebody coming next year, Lauren Jacobs. She is from the 803. She's a very good guard. That'll help a lot. I think though if they can bring that defense, they can always be in a game. I'll say that.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just want them to take smart shots. Like I think there were a couple of times, Kennedy Todd Williams in particular, where I think it's okay to recognize that it's not your night, right? Like if it's not your night, it's simply not your night. So why are you taking, the difficult spin around fadeaway shots over 2-4 hands and stuff like I can understand if it's like a wide open, the ball been popping and you got a wide open shot, sure, fine. Take that. You want your players to be comfortable in taking that shot. But taking the difficult shots when you've already missed like 12, 13, maybe, pass the ball around. But it's just not your night. And I'm okay with players accepting that when it's not their night, it's not their night. And
but at the same time, they got to get some more scores so that it can be somebody else's night. So
Yeah,
I think that's half. I think that's kind of half of it. Like, you don't need to be shooting all them shots, but we don't really have a lot of people to put the ball in their hands to take the shot. So it's just
But ain't that what we've been saying? Ole Miss keep having the same team in different fonts.
But they had that one girl that really would have really helped, but she's now at Memphis.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she would have helped.
She was coming in this. Okay.
Yeah, she would have helped. So
wait.
Didi,
the little guard?
Didi
Hagerman from Michigan State.
Also, she was supposed to go to Ole Miss?
That would have helped
me first, and then she ended up at Memphis.
That would have helped. That would have helped a lot.
So staying across the water in the BB pennant, we had Louisville and UCLA. What are some things that you saw during that game that you liked, and what did you absolutely did not like?
I think for me, I don't want to say I was iffy about UCLA, but I think Southern Cal has so much hype that UCLA and their acquisitions, because it's free agency at this point, and their acquisitions kind of went a little under the radar because Southern Cal was getting so much. But out of that opening day, out of the top teams, South Carolina, UCLA, and Southern Cal, UCLA looked the best. Now they stumbled because Louisville did have them on the ropes, but they looked like the most complete that day. They look good to me.
They looked like they had an identity, like they knew what they wanted to do.
And I hope they keep
it all the time. No, but they definitely looked like, down the stretch, let's get the ball into Lauren Betts. That's our girl. We gonna get it into her and let her take us home. And they wouldn't have done that last year.
No, I think it's important that you learn from your mistakes. And I think that was our biggest criticism of them when
they play LSU,
and then again, it's like Lauren Betts. I like Kiki Wright. She can play, but like we got to get the ball out of the guard's hand and into the paint. I think that Janiyah looked more locked in. I'm interested to see how it goes as the season goes, but I think that she's like, if she can hoop for real, like that changes their ceiling.
Yeah. I don't think she looked too good in the first game, but
and that's the only one I saw. I didn't think she looked good either.
She started blocking a little bit more in these other games.
I said she was locked in. I ain't say she was. we working our way up.
Yeah, it's like taking. It feels like she feel like she got to get it all back. Like, I'm Janiyah, let me show you. Kind of how I feel like Diamond gets sometimes. Like, oh, you gonna remember who I am, and she kind of just start doing a lot. That's how Janiyah does sometimes. But if she could get into the flow of the offense, she's gonna be straight. But Gardner looked good. That pickup, I think, was the one that I just wasn't thinking about as much. She looked good. She looked really good with them.
I wanted her down the street. I like her a lot.
Yeah, they look good.
And they supposed to get Charlize
Lever Walker back. But I think she saw her ACL in like.
Wait, where is she?
She's
UCLA.
She saw her ACL in like February of last year, so I don't know when.
Probably second half of the season, but
they probably should get her back for Big Ten play.
Yeah.
Who played? Okay, so Kiki didn't play. Who played? Yeah. Who played in the position? Like, who was out there? I can't remember. It was
London Jones.
Yeah, London.
Duglagit.
The NBA sister, the NBA brother sister,
and what you call it,
Hawkins. Yeah, her
Hawkins and the D word. They're very good role players.
Oh yeah, Tamia Gardner is there.
The D word.
And then I couldn't say it. I'm not finna. And then Louisville
impressed me. I thought it'd be a blowout personally. But their guards were really
dogs. Now, I will say, Louisville will probably give me, in my opinion, very like feast or famine. Some games they gonna eat because they got that dog. They're gonna play hard. Some games probably might look a little Miss Mammoth, but they gonna play hard. They got a lot to look forward to.
And their freshman, Roberts, she a bucket. She's quick, scrappy. Like, I was really impressed with her. I don't think I heard a lot about her as a high schooler, but I was really, really impressed.
I just remember her being on Jada team hooping.
Olivia Cochran, I want a lot for her.
Yeah.
I feel like Cochran, one of the ones that been in college for like.
It seems like that because I remember her visit. Like I remember her cheesing with Dawn them in her living room, and I was like, "Damn, she's still in college." Like it feels like she's a fifth year, but she's just this is just 4 years for her. So I guess keep it locked out. Maybe slip and slide. Mr. Walls got some things figured out for the Cardinal this year. We shall see. Coming back over to stateside. We had the number 1 South Carolina Gamecocks going up against an unranked but mighty Michigan Wolverine team here in Las Vegas. So what did you think from that game?
Terrible, fucking awful. Excuse my French.
Silas Wars can hoop. She hoop.
South Carolina debut a badass freshman 2 seasons in a row. Last season it was Hannah. What's her name? How I say it?
Sword.
Silent. Okay, yeah. I think they were terrible. I mean, awful. I just think. I think in their heads they thought they was locked in, but I think when they came to it, they just weren't locked in. Or I also feel like from playing experience, when you play them, me playing against some black girls, what I gotta play against some white girls.
Something.
But I just think they looked. Oh, I do think they're a little underrated for right now, but they.
Oh yeah, for sure. Michigan, they're going to catch some people slipping, but it's something that's so funny to me that has been kind of like this theme of Dawn's teams for the past few years. Someone who had never seen them, he was there shooting the game, and he said, which was crazy. He said, what was crazy to me is when they were down double digits, they didn't seem frustrated or frazzled.
They're weird.
And he was like, you would think that a team, you're number 1 and you're down all these points to an unranked team who you're supposed to easily dog walk, you would be frustrated, but it was like business as usual for them. And I said, that's been something. Sometimes it can be good. Most times it's good, but sometimes, depending on the matchup, it could be bad. But I guess that goes to their experience. I mean, everybody except for who? Joyce and Miriam have played together. At least have played it.
They panicked against Iowa when they
were down by almost 20.
No, they weren't panicked. You remember that damn thing? I remember when we was watching the LSU game and they were down. You motherfuckers came out the locker room smiling.
And they were high-fiving, smiling, dancing. It's like,
what are you doing, bro?
Meanwhile, everybody on the timeline like, what the?
What?
I think
they did a bunch of crash outs. I'm crying.
I thought I wasn't shocked by it because I do think that this team, although they brought back a lot of, like, pretty much the majority of their team minus Camilla, they have to find a new identity, right? So I wasn't really shocked. I knew that it would be an interesting one because we're asking Sanaya to now be the starting go-to post player that they run things through, but obviously that hasn't, like, worked out yet for them. Chloe stepped up, so that was nice. But also last year, when you think about last year, I feel like when it came to the post players, it was Camilla first, and then Ashlyn to me was like the second person in line. And with both of them being gone, it was kind of like, okay, where do we fit? And so that game, I think Michigan tested them a lot with their offense about like who's going to be a bucket getter, who's going to be the one to get you buckets. And Pau got some good ones. Tessa stepped up big, and Chloe stepped up big. So it wasn't shocking to me that it was a close one, to be honest.
Yeah, I just want them to play better. I don't like. I mean, I just want them to play better. Which they came out and did. Yeah, I just wanted them. I do think some people still learning certain things. Like for instance, a lot of times when a silent girl got wide open, they were switching. Ray will be on her, but somebody get hit by a screen and they'll switch. And either Joyce and Chloe were just always kind of laid out to the screen. I don't know if that's something they're still learning or still learning how to do that. But I don't know if you realize right at the end, whoever said somebody told Raven not to switch, and that's how Raven got that block. They didn't switch that last one, if you notice. So I just think it's little stuff like that they gotta learn. So, who's Rachel?
Her defense looks a lot better.
Yeah, Pawpaw's deep. Pawpaw moving on feet this year, honey.
Pawpaw was in the gym. The people that looked like they was like in the gym, her and Flage to me so far looked like they was living in the gym.
Yeah.
One thing I like,
I'm gonna say Chloe too, because Chloe used to fall a lot.
Oh yeah, Chloe. That's the other
out
one.
like
she's like physically bigger too.
Yeah.
So obviously, and I think that's with her coming from being homeschooled to actually like playing with and being around the team. Like it's exciting to see her growth so far in just her, I guess, second and half year. But
it wasn't hold on, Dana. It wasn't Chloe's grade. She playing next game. Her grades are fine.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
I need because I know some people have played I'm going to say this because I know people don't have the experience of playing in college. You don't make or break a GPA with a 1-game suspension. That's not how that works. So I need if we gonna jump out the window every time something happens, I need the girls to at least put 2 and 2 and let it make 4. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, but you trolling not about being right. It's just about talking.
No, but it's just if you gonna jump out the window, at least make sure you got a parachute.
But yeah,
don't leave the book bag behind. The parachute book bag.
But yeah, I want them to come out as a whole and just be better for the jump.
I want Breezy to also
had
get
flashes
it turned
of
up
it
a
in
little
the
bit
NCAA.
earlier.
Yeah, they do.
Breezy, I said I want Breezy to get it turned up a little earlier. She's always good for those late game buckets. So
get out her head.
Give her that, but because wasn't it last year? Those first few games of the season, she kind of was like, oh, I don't know. But then it was around that 4th, 5th game when Breezy really turned it on. So we need that Breezy, the rest of the season Breezy, to be here. But overall, they're still learning it. Ashlyn is back. So, welcome back to Ashlyn. The charges have been dropped. Hopefully the announcers won't dwell on that for the rest of the 30
even if they do, because that's what they like to do. I feel like at the end of the day, it's something that happened. She got to eat it. She got to deal with it.
That's true.
You got to eat it. So when you go in these gyms and they doing this and doing that, I do think she got a good system around her, so she'll be fine. But shit, charge it to the game. I mean, you got to eat that.
And she play in the SEC.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hear you. You could say I wish. You could say I wish. I hope, but that's not realistic. It happened. That's a little wild. You got to shit. You got to eat that.
Yeah, that's true. It is definitely going to happen. I'm trying to think. Prepare for the Mississippi states and those places that you may go down in the Floridas. Who knows?
Most of the big ones, most of the big SEC games are at home though.
Good.
So,
I'm glad we don't go to LSU. Amen.
Their biggest one is Texas on the road.
But they also seem like the team that won't bother them. That will probably excite them, and they will probably turn up for stuff like that.
They're crash outs.
Yeah, they seem like the mess will drive them. So if they did it, that could very well be a beatdown.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say this, and I don't care. I'm proud of her for just. It's awful. She did it. I think I tweeted it. I'm a lover through it, regardless. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of her for staying the course and not folding. You know what I'm saying? Because she is young. She worked out. She did what she had to do, and I'm proud of her. And I hope everybody, family good. Everybody just continue prayer, continue therapy, whatever the hell you need to do. So I'm proud of her.
So moving on to the other early matchups in the season.
Can I just say, hold on. Somebody said that I need more offensively from Raven. Raven will be fine. I think her offense will come. I do think she's in her head a little bit, but I do think that sometimes we get so focused on offense that we don't appreciate everything that she does for the team. There's a reason why South Carolina offense looks stagnant when Raven gets off the court. There's sometimes when Raven is off the court and things on offense get a little frazzled, and that's for somebody who isn't giving you the offensive points you want to see. But what she does for the fluidity of their offense is huge. She makes sure the ball goes to who it needs to go to. And then on defense, she's a huge person for them on defense. So don't get too focused on her wanting to have her put up the stats that you might see from an Olivia Miles out there or a Rory Harmon or something like that, because Raven brings a lot of intangibles to South Carolina's offense and defense that a lot of people won't see unless you watch the game.
You gotta know the ball. You gotta know the game. But yeah, Raven can't sit down. Please, Raven. Sorry, girlie. You're gonna have to play the whole game. I don't know. Sorry. Figure it out, sister.
Listen, you just gotta play, because when she sits down, the offense literally gets stagnant. So like
they don't know what the hell they be doing.
Right.
That's true. Between and then her rebounding as a
whenever Raven sit, I pray. Exactly.
As the smallest player on the court, her rebounding is impressive. So I mean, well, no, the second to smallest. She looks slightly taller than Lay, but compared to everybody,
I think Lay's taller than her.
Lay's taller.
Lay's taller than Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dang. Well, yeah, as the smallest player,
Raven is the small, shortest, but she's not small in the least.
Oh yeah, no, not. I mean, that's a woman. She a little bit. She look up to Chelsea Gray for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But she's a very important piece. So yeah, everybody else, and then you could tell that she was in her head because she referenced it in that tweet, that she made, or something about my shot or something. And then when Angel responded, "I got you, Buki," or whatever. So she definitely sees the chatter. So hopefully she doesn't allow that.
I want her to log off.
It's just weird that they just focus on her so much. It's just odd.
Yeah.
She don't. Yeah. It'd be different if she was like a shit talker. Like she doesn't do that. I'm like, why are we so focused on her? I think that's
Raven was one of the main ones after the little SEC debacle to be like, I just want peace, y'all. I just want peace for the national championship. That's it. I love
the Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. I think that's why it's so weird to me. She don't bother nobody. It's just
Raven don't do nothing but talk loud in her pressers and
that baby be rambling in them pressers.
But okay, elsewhere in the start of the college season, we have an upset, if you want to call it that, with Illinois against Florida State. We already referenced the Harvard game beating Indiana, South Dakota State beating Creighton, Maryland, and the rivalry game against Duke. That's one of the rivalries.
Fear the turtle.
Fear the year of the turtle. That's a good rivalry that I forgot that I used to enjoy. Like, so it's
that was lit.
It's good to see them play again. And Oregon beat Baylor. So which of those games that I mentioned was the biggest surprise to you?
Surprise? None. I don't think I was shocked by any.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I thought Harvard could, sneak Indiana just because of what Indiana lost. And I do think Harmony Turner's a bucket. And I don't know if I think Indiana had someone that could guard her. So that one didn't shock me too much. But I was really happy that they got it done.
Yeah, we've been hiring Harmony Turner since she was a freshman.
Yeah.
So like to see her like really growing into her own is exciting.
And then South Dakota State's always tough, right? Like they've always, even when they typically play South Carolina almost every year, and they always play South Carolina tough. So I'm not really shocked at all about them.
Who did they beat?
Creighton.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not an upset at all to me.
Duke and Ole Miss the same team in different fonts. Absolutely.
I don't think I agree. I'm going to disagree. No.
Duke. Coach Yo would kill to have them scores on her team.
Yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. Their best scorer was out of the game the whole time. Yeah. And that's called another spade. Ole Miss sometimes look like they're forcing shots. Duke got every shot they wanted against Maryland.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get it in the basket. But no, Duke got. That's why I'm like, damn, this is a really good matchup. Duke can be good. They just got to put the ball in the basket because they was getting every shot they wanted, and that's no shade in Maryland at all, right? But
no, the pace, like they just
was getting their shots, baby. That wasn't Duke. It wasn't like Duke wasn't getting what they wanted. Let's keep it above.
I think both teams were getting the shots they wanted, but Maryland knew the majority of theirs, and Duke did.
Yeah. Jane Donovan, I need her to just take like 2 seconds, just slow.
I like her though.
No, I like her. I just need her to slow down at the basket. Finish the layup.
She's gotten better though. I was the most impressed with her and Dulcie.
Dulcie, I love Dulcie.
I like her.
Dulcie, one of them people that you
her energy
fall out and you just let her go, and she just gonna give you 10 and 10. Just
you don't have to
play for her.
She probably have those 10 rebounds by halftime. Like her energy is.
I really like her. I like Smickle. Smickle play like a Rutgers guard, like angry.
I'm not sold yet, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
Sometimes she hit her shots when she needed to. Sometimes she just looked a little lost. She was kind of turned. She turned the ball over a few times. It looks like she's still getting there.
I know who you want to say. Say who you want to say. What? Who she reminds you of. Go ahead.
It looks like she just was still getting a little. Dowsey looks like Cody to me, but that's another story. It looks like she was still like she just looked a little not there yet. Now when she hit her shot, she hit her, but she gotta adjust a little more. I didn't see as much from Segler as I thought I would.
Yeah.
I'm really, and how can I say this without it sounding shady? Cheyenne did a lot last year, a lot more than I think she needed to do, and I'm glad that she has other people around her to not allow her.
Her being able to just operate on the wing, perfect.
Yeah,
and there was times where she was out the game and things still flowed, right?
Good.
And that's a difference between Maryland last year and this year is that they have depth. Like they really do have the depth to do.
I don't remember Mir. What did Mir do?
She's interesting. She reminds me of how I used to play when I played because she's not a post. She's definitely more guard-like, but a lot of her moves were very like kind of every shot I feel like she took was kind of in the paint, like her doing like a turnaround, like a slasher type. She played how I used to. That's why I made me think her, but she still got to find her niche because she was kind of, and I think she could be useful, but
she's also someone coming off of injury as well.
Now. She got to find in playing wise. She was moving. That wasn't it. It didn't look like her injury was hindering her.
Okay.
Go ahead. No.
I have to, because I wrote so many think pieces to and about Brenda and Maryland last year. I have to say, sister, you shut my ass up. You got in the portal and got to work. Okay.
But I got a theory.
Go ahead.
Brenda, from what we've learned, we know Brenda's a good coach. Brenda was probably before Dawn started coaching at South Carolina. I think Brenda, I would have written down Brenda as my favorite coach. I used to love listening to her speak, all of that. I loved her. I think she's gonna do well with this team because where I do think Brenda lacks is I don't think she's not personable, but I just think she's not everybody's just not that motherly or that extra lending hand, right? But what she's going to do good at this year, she has girlies that are fucking grown. She got girlies out of the portal that are Mir's grown, Sailor's grown. You know what I mean? So I think Cheyenne's grown. Bree, whatever, she good enough. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll help her a lot. I think a team like this with girls who are young ladies who are a little older, perfect for her. I think this is a perfect team for Brenda, and I think people who are just tuning in gonna realize that Brenda's that girl. Brenda been that girl. She just had bad teams. Her team just weren't that great, but Brenda could coach her ass off, and I think people are gonna learn.
So Brenda, I give you your kudos. Hats off, sister. You got in the portal. You told me to shut my whore mouth, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on my Bree McDaniel jersey, and I'm gonna just cheer. And
we're gonna buy you a new coach purse.
Exactly. We might upgrade. We might upgrade you a little bit.
Yes. So they look
so
good.
I have a question. And Shay, you mentioned I think in the chat, where do they fall in the Big Ten? Do they move up? Can they squeeze between one of the LA schools?
So
Yes.
I think that the whole
I think so.
Big Ten runs through LA thing is a little overblown, personally.
Okay.
I think it now that we see.
I think that in theory, USC and UCLA, and they'll be better than what we've seen this first week, obviously, when it's time to win games in March or whatever. But I think Maryland, it's a different type of game. Like UCLA and USC are very post, like they got big ass post players.
Yeah.
You see Maryland is just like, we getting this shit. I don't give a shit. Who take it out? We run it. That's going to be an adjustment for them. Iowa can play fast like too. Stokey is running rim to rim. So I think it's going to be a matter of who can enforce their style of play better. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be a runaway for anybody.
And then if we got to talk coaching, I'm putting my money on Brenda.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I'm saying
over Lindsay, I'm going Brenda.
Yeah, for sure. If it's fourth quarter and it's a tie game and we got an X and O, Brenda gonna win that shit
every time.
Unless you just get a ball to Juju and Juju goes nuts, or Betts
or Lauren,
or Betts goes nuts. But otherwise, X's and O's, I'm giving it to Brenda. Y'all think Maryland has a deeper bench too? For sure, they can actually sub.
Hell yeah,
yeah. Damn, sure. They can sub. Cheyenne can sit down.
And they got some people that didn't play. I think you could still throw UConn girl in there just for some minutes.
DeBerry,
that's big.
6'6". You can't waste height.
Yeah. So
we'll probably see her more.
As when you got Betts and Rhea and Kiki, she gonna have to play. They don't have no choice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to what Duke does too. They look good, and they kept Maryland couldn't put them away. You think you down by 18 didn't matter. Duke was gonna come back.
Yeah, they lost.
I like Toby.
Yeah, Toby.
I like Toby.
Toby is in that Grace, what's the baby last name? Grace Riley Curry-esque look. What's going on? Don't know what your ancestors did. But it's a drop in there.
I think so. Because her dad, I think she's the one whose granddad is like, she left the money. She's a rich girl, right? Her granddad is like
I ain't hear the story, so
I'm Googling because
she's from Canada, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think her granddad like left the seed money to found the Raptors or something, but also deep down he got a little bit of color in him, I think, something like that.
Her mom is biracial. I could tell.
Yeah.
What is a
higger?
Hey, one more say, not in here, sister.
Don't start. Yeah, please don't start.
Oh, that wasn't even Normasa. That was somebody.
Oh no.
But Toby, I like Toby.
Yes, I couldn't think of her name. Thank you.
In the game, I felt like Toby was honestly showing more veteran leadership qualities than some of the veterans on the team. Because in the beginning, it felt like Duke was just going too fast, and they kept missing a bunch of layups, and they just looked out of sorts. And anytime they were able to get the ball into Toby, it settled them down. And she took smart shots, and she never looked rushed. Like, she might have missed some here and there, but Maryland could not rush her. She got the shots that she wanted to take, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah. Hold on. Let us clarify. So her mom is an actress, and she used to be a screenwriter for Degrassi.
I know. Yes. Her mom was in Degrassi.
Yeah, her great grandfather was one of the original members of the Toronto Raptors ownership group.
Oh, she got money.
Yeah. He also did long jump, ballet, soccer, and gymnastics in school. So yeah, you gotta have bread to do all that.
Yeah.
I like her.
A lot of registration.
I really like her.
Jordan girl, they got the Jordan Wood girl went bad. Ashlyn Jackson, I'm trying to figure out where she really, what's her role. Mm-hmm. But De Jesus, whatever, she's not as quick as the other point guard with the Snoop from the Wire braids, but she's a little more yeah, she's a little more methodical. She was putting them passes on the dot to somebody. So I don't know. I think Duke can make some noise.
I do too. When they put it all together, it's gonna be real nice. I hope they put it all together before the ACC. Like, I don't think they really put it all together last year until towards the end of the year. And then, they were able to make it.
I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry, LSU people, because I see something about something in Paris. I know how y'all get, and I think we just holistically look at basketball a different way. LSU should have been in one of the Paris games. I'm sorry, like they should have. Man, y'all like. I mean, and LSU fans say it themselves, and it's true. Y'all got one of the biggest brands. You know, like they should have been in one of the Paris games. And that's no shade to any other team, but they should.
I guess the question is, did they want to be?
That's true. You're right. They should have been. Though.
Somebody said Zion said if we would have seen USC versus USC in Paris, who would have took it? The defending, reigning, undefeated champions. Thank you. Next question.
Shit, I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know, man.
Because
like first game of the season, who knows?
I think it would have been an ugly game regardless, but I think that
that shit would have been ugly as hell.
The reigning champs have the experience that we don't as a team. We got like 5 freshmen on that team, like.
And I think Raven would have gave TBO hell too. And
yeah,
for sure.
Either her or Malaysia. They were concerns.
So we're going to go to we're going to give some love to the HBCUs current right now. Well, not but one good HBCU. Miss Diamond Johnson has been balling out with the Norfolk State Spartans. We mentioned, I think they're currently 3-0. They have a big week this week. They've already knocked off Missouri, and then they'll also be facing a ranked Alabama team this week
tomorrow. Yep.
And so that could be very exciting. This is amazing because I know a lot more people were introduced or reintroduced to Diamond recently after that 4 or 3-year-old post went viral again. Ranking the top 5 freshmen, I think, from the 2020-2021 class. And I think that was Diamond, Caitlin, Paige, and there were 2 other names I can't remember. But, of course, now, Diamond is at North Carolina.
Haley Van Lith.
Haley Van Lith.
I can't remember the other one.
There's one other, yeah. But it's exciting to see her still be good at every level. Diamond has made the tournament at every school she's been at, and she's never missed a tournament. Actually, she's been once with Rutgers, twice with North Carolina State, and then last year with Norfolk State. So she has an opportunity to take 3 different schools to tournaments, and for her to be doing it while also accumulating big wins for their program, I think that's exciting. So hopefully, the scouts out there, we use that word loosely when it comes to pro hoops. The scouts sometimes really don't scout, but hopefully they are out there paying attention to see what type of player that she is. And not just her. There's also, is it Mimi?
Baby.
Yeah. And so, Norfolk State, a lot of times people look at HBCUs as second chance or last chance hoops, but they have some real ballers there. And so I'm excited for that program. Even though they be whooping up my damn Bulldogs, it's fine. It's fine.
Everybody does.
I think that the MEAC Player of the Year race might be one of the most interesting Player of the Year races we see. Because Diamond, obviously, she won it this past year.
I think her teammate did. Mimi did.
No, sorry, my bad. What is her name? Destiny at Howard won it before she tore her ACL. She's back. She's averaging like 20 a game already. So I think that Player of the Year race might be more fun than some of the Power 5 ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's just gonna be fun.
Yeah,
maybe South Carolina State can get 1 or 2 wins this year.
What up, Trap?
We're gonna see. But definitely shouts out to them. They're doing their thing. So if you aren't doing anything tomorrow, or even if you are, make sure you tune into that game. I'm not sure where it's airing, but it's Norfolk State versus Alabama. It's going to be
7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern.
SEC Network Plus.
And Alabama has A Green. Sarah Ashley Barker is back for her 10th year.
And a girl that can shoot it.
Oh yeah, Nah is there.
Yeah.
Is Mingo done? Oh wait, Mingo left. She went to Auburn anyway. So yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be a very good game. And so what are some of your other games that you all may be looking forward to this week? I know this has been a conversation in regards to women's hoops haven't necessarily been featuring a lot of marquee matchups to start the season, staying the teams here and there. But are there any games that you all are looking forward to this week?
North Carolina and UConn play on Friday. I expect UConn to win that one, but it could be interesting. But outside of that, Louisville and Kentucky, I think that could be interesting. Kind of get a gauge of what Kentucky's working with this year. I've watched them a couple of times, but still can't really tell what's going to be their identity and how outside of Georgia Amore. So it'll be nice to see them versus some actual competition. So that'll probably be.
Can we talk about the schedule thing, y'all? It's very frustrating. Like I've used to be, in past years been the type of person I could just watch anything, but now I think the hype around women's basketball has grown so much, and people are tuning in, and we, as a whole, it just needs to be better. Like the whole first week after that first day, I don't think I watched. And it's not, I know people like to say LSU, and LSU fans like to say, hit dogs holler, but it's not just LSU. So many teams have really, really, really bad schedules. Like you can look at go look at your ESPN app and pull up that first week of women's basketball. It was terrible. I just think we have to do a better job at keeping the hype around the game. Like, and I never.
And we talk about doing everyone always thinks it's doing a disservice to the players, but it's more than the players. You're doing a disservice to the sport because if people aren't watching intriguing matchups, they're not going to care. You're doing a disservice.
I don't even want to watch it, and I love it. So it's just like
you got to think about your fans.
I'm usually tapped out by like midway second quarter. I'm like, all right, who else is playing? Let's see.
And I don't get it.
I knew if I had a really good product, I want everybody as much as possible to see this shiny product that I have. And how do you do that? You schedule other marquee matchups, or you schedule against. It doesn't have to be a top team, but at least a competitive team in order to get those extra eyes.
Somebody at Jazz says people want to protect their records, but I think if it's a thing that everybody does and they're like, we gonna schedule this in the third, then I don't want to say the records don't matter as much, but it kind of doesn't. Like I'm not, like Don said, I'll take an L or two. Cool, I'll eat that. Because at the end of the day, I know it's teaching me this and I know it'll help me here. But if everybody collectively had that mindset, then the losses, I won't say they won't matter, right? But it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter as much. I just want. I disagree. I disagree because I feel like it's some people who are going to watch what they want to watch. Like,
prime example, that Kentucky, damn it, what's the other blue blood K school? Kansas and North Carolina. I'm looking at Kansas roster and what they have. I know I know we don't talk about the men's basketball as much, but Bill Self did a really good job of making sure that his team is prepared. Right now, Kansas, tonight they played in Atlanta against Michigan State. They're also going to play Missouri. They're also going to, I think, maybe play Duke. They already played North Carolina. Like, they challenged themselves, and Kansas is a national brand. I feel like when you want to build these national brand programs, you do that every year and keep the conversation on your team. There's a school on the West Coast in red. They like to say that they're the first, but really
I interject since you want to take the shots at the throne. First of all, you all keep trying to rag on the schools that change conferences. The schools that change conferences. You know,
but I felt like y'all should have scheduled each other on top of that. Like, not Southern Cal, but like, maybe say Stanford and Southern Cal or Stanford and UCLA. No longer.
I legit schedule each other. We talked about this on Playback, where we thought because the Pac-12 was breaking up that they would play non-conference games because they would be like, shit, that would at least save us some travel miles. Stay on the West Coast. I don't know. And I agree with y'all. I wish USC had scheduled one more ranked team? Sure. But
they still got more than some others. So
because why also Cal Polytechnic or whatever?
Yeah, and then we're gonna beat up on your Bulldogs after that.
They play Southern Cal play SC State.
No, I'm just playing. I'm messing with I'm messing with B. But I think that again, like I've been saying, when you move into a new crib and you can't put no furniture in the crib, you got to eat ramen for a few days. Okay, that's what we eat in ramen. Okay.
Disagree.
So ignoring the people that moved to do conferences.
But
Everybody else.
hold on. But let me back up though. I wish that we schedule more ranked teams? Absolutely. I do think though it's funny that we've existed as a top perennial program for 1 year, and everybody in the world is like, y'all need to play this, you need to do this. Why Juju ain't do this? Why do that? Damn, bro, y'all not on nobody else tip. Y'all not even on UCLA tip, and they got 400 transfers over there. They schedule that good.
Well,
But
I
I
want
think
everybody.
it's because people want to
better.
see Juju, but they want to see her versus.
I agree. And I think that if this is something that happens next year, we have a problem. If you can't schedule top dogs next year,
That was really
we have a
good.
problem.
And
But
I think oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just gonna
Ty
say that I
said-
think that who was I gonna say? Somebody else who's sliding on the radar, Ohio State. Look at their schedule.
Yeah,
Texas
their schedule sucks too. Texas,
Texas
shit is
conference
trash. That
Ty
shit is
said-
awful.
Go
Ty
ahead,
said Middle Tennessee State was a good matchup. And I think that's what Yana was referring to. It doesn't have to always be a top 5 team, but find some good men majors or some good, good teams. Because Middle Tennessee, I don't know if everybody watches, but they got a really good coach. And I don't know where the hell they found number 2 from, that 6'7" girl. When she gets that ball in that paint, that baby was going to work.
Yeah,
Your Gonzaga, your Norfolk
I don't
State.
consider Gonzaga in that.
South Dakota State's always a good one.
Any of the
I think
Dakota,
that's the team.
yeah,
UNLV has been.
I think so.
What, they've won 3 mountain. That's a 3-year consecutive tournament team. Like that woman who many thought
Columbia,
Harvard. I will put
Columbia,
Creighton in
Harvard. Like there are quality teams out there that you can actually schedule. It's just like, do you want to? Everybody's always going down to the Horizon League or to the Southland Conference, UChem. But it's like, come on, we have to do something to at least keep the intrigue up for your team. So I
think if everything changes and everybody decides we're gonna play these type of games, and it will change.
Give me your 3 fantasy matchups that you'd like to see.
Anybody in the SEC versus any of the school. I want all on the play in the SEC.
These aren't. I don't know if I have a fantasy matchup in mind, but I've always felt like one way to combat these like easy type schedules is, well, this was when there used to be a Power 5, but I guess maybe they can include another mid-major conference or something like that. But they should, instead of just having like an ACC SEC challenge, they should just have a Power 4 challenge in general. So like ACC, SEC, ACC, Big 10, ACC, Big 12, and like every conference has to play another team from the other conference, because I also think that'll be a good way to get a gauge of which conference is actually the better one, right? Because I feel like we get to conference time and everybody be like, my conference is the best, my conference is the best.
SEC.
But we don't know that because half the teams in the SEC live in South Carolina. They'd be like, we'll just wait till we play South Carolina. We let South Carolina.
We do be carrying, but that's okay. It's the SEC.
So
my matchup, I want Maryland and Tennessee. Like I just want something different.
Them motherfuckers they ain't gonna stop. I'm stop saying that word. They're not gonna stop running.
You know what? I do like different because I'm glad that we do have them this year. But I was tired of seeing the Dakotas every year. We do have Duke on our schedule, but I want to see new teams. So I'm glad we're getting, even though we haven't played them in a few years, Purdue and Iowa State again, and then like a UCLA. I want to see South Carolina play some different teams too.
UConn and LSU could be good.
UConn and LSU would be a good one. We always see UConn play Tennessee and Notre Dame or whatever. But like, I want to see like the top teams really go at someone new, like because that's fun and you're spreading the wealth. Who else? Who's a team that really skirts by?
Y'all. Sorry, and I know y'all. I'm an SEC girly. Can we talk about the SEC a little bit when we done?
Yeah, we're gonna because of course the reigning champs are in the SEC consecutively. Actually,
okay, y'all finish that. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Said who else would I like to see play each other?
Hold on, I gotta go turn my meat.
I wouldn't mind seeing Lauren Betts go against. Mine is more so individual matchups. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Lauren Betts go against Ioka Lee. Like bigs going, like
you know what's gonna be,
or her versus what my girl name is at Iowa State. Yes, like I want to see two bigs banging in the paint and going at it, like because. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be
the game we might got to do on playback. We got to do when Vonleh and Audie Crooks play. That shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We haven't really seen Kansas State face anybody in a while.
Notre Dame versus LSU. I could see that, but you see how we naming the same top teams though?
Yeah,
I'm thinking about, but Notre Dame versus LSU could be fun because of the guard play.
Who's the best offense? Which power team is like the best shooting, the best offense?
I don't think we can say that right now.
I don't know if there's one.
I was about to say I want to see them against Ole Miss. Whoever that team is against an Ole Miss.
I don't know if I want to watch Ole Miss.
I mean, Ole Miss defense is good, but this the offense that's
it's like the thing is Ole Miss got to play offense
because even like Iowa's offense last year was considered one of the best offenses, and South Carolina's defense was a top defense, and they couldn't stop Iowa. They had to outscore. They got stops here
versus Beers. I think Betts got the best of her last. No, I don't remember. I don't remember the individual matchup. I just remember Gardner. I think wasn't it Gardner that hit the buzzer beater? Oh no, it was it was TVO.
That was TVO.
TVO hit the buzzer beater because I remember seeing Betts turn around thinking that they had the shit, and then
more conference challenges. Yeah, I agree with that. Or do it like a video game where it's like you just like there's an arbitrary simulation of like 2 or 3 games in your schedule that you don't pick.
That you have no choice but to play.
Somebody else picked and you have no choice.
Yeah.
I want the women's tournament to be as strong as some of these men's tournaments because, and I'm not talking about the NCAA tournament because our tournaments for the women's tournament for the past few years have been way better than the men. But like those Battle of Atlantis and like the Maui hoops, those are typically good every year for the men.
But when you allegedly have coaches
that
they
avoid
don't
other
want
teams
to come unless you put them on, like I'm gonna just say, remember South Carolina played in the Bahamas and that tournament was knockout round, right? The next year they didn't do knockout rounds. They did 2 separate divisions where 2 top teams did not see each other at all. Allegedly, one of them coaches said they would not come to the tournament if they had to do a knockout round and possibly play the other team, which was why those teams were on separate sides. So when that's happening, you can't do shit about it.
What teams? Never mind.
Who's the teams in that tournament?
2 older coaches.
Because it was like 3 ranked teams, and but I just know that one of those, like there was a coach that was like, "I'll come, but I don't want to do the knockout shit."
Or you get some coaches pulling out of the first game of the season to play because they don't want to play who they have to play.
Yeah.
Or you get some coaches breaking contracts.
No, what's team?
Quack.
Oh. Child, y'all got
we knew here. We ain't do all that shit yet.
Yeah, I'm about.
Naomi versus Lay. Yeah, that's my dark Cedric. That's my dark horse for freshman of the year. Naomi at Rutgers. I saw her highlights yesterday. She had like 20 yesterday. She just out there doing whatever the hell she want to do, and it's fun.
I got a moment for your SEC.
Y'all, we have become a guard-heavy conference, and I hate it. I'm just so disturbed.
Bring back the size.
Tennessee's all guard. Okay, let me start. South Carolina, got to figure it out. They look okay. Something still feels missing. Miriam, I'm still trying to figure out where she fits because she's not a traditional back to the basket big like Dawn typically likes. I'm still trying to figure her out. Something is missing, but I haven't seen the whole team all together. Undefeated, I don't know about that, but I don't know. I'm still trying to put my finger on it. Tennessee, a lot of guards, once again, can put the ball in the basket. I understand the subbing, but I think it's too. What's that noise?
B, is you in there running a microwave?
You
Sorry,
just
that's my air fryer. I'm
shoot
sorry.
it real quick. Tennessee, I get the constant subbing and you want to use depth, but I think the subbing happens too fast. You don't give anybody time to get into their rhythm. I think their press still needs a little bit of tweaking because the backside, if somebody could get a pass to the backside, is wide open every time. If you could rotate the ball around. I just think nobody can get in a rhythm. I feel like nobody ever gets a rhythm until like maybe the second half, unless they just hot. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm looking for a little bit more from Jewel. Because I want she's a senior or she got another year.
I think this is her last year. I think this
Yeah.
year's the COVID year.
Yeah, I need it's getting a contract time. I need her to, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I do think it has a big upside. I just think they just gotta work through the kinks. It was a girl who I said something about Aaliyah Azario today, and she said I didn't say anything positive about LSU in their game today. But the truth be told, and I watch hoops from a hoop standpoint, not from a Baddies West standpoint. LSU has not looked great to me in their first, this game today. They didn't look good. Their last game, I don't know. I can't remember who it was against. It didn't look good. It could really be that they're just bored. So they just going through the motions, which it could very well be that, but it just looks a little, I don't know. It feels like something missing. They're still kind of like us. Like Yana said, we're still trying to find our identity without Camilla. Maybe they're still trying to find their identity without Angel because she is such a big part. Like I said, Flaja is like a fucking robot. I could tell she's been in the gym. Morrow, I'm sure she has. I kind of feel bad for Anissa. And I'm going to tell you why. I feel bad for her. Not because she's done anything wrong with Anissa. She could hoop. Right? In the league, she's probably going to have to be at that 3. Right? Mm-hmm. So yeah. Kim is trying, and the coaching staff, they're trying to play her at that 3, as they should, to get her prepared for the league. But when Nisa at that 3, she's not getting as many shots. Is nobody down there rebounding for them? So then they're like, we got to get Nice back at that 4. And when Nice back at that 4, Nice starts turning that bitch up. She starts cooking. Yeah. So I'm just like, I know they in limbo with her. I don't know. Maybe they expect the ADR. She got hurt. I don't want to say got hurt. She had to have a little bit of surgery or something. So Maya coming back, maybe they expected them to develop a little more and not have to have Nice down there, but I don't know. What do you do? Do you put her at the 3 and let her develop, or do you put her at the 4 so we can win some games? What do you do?
We know what Kim gonna do.
I think to start the season, this season with their schedule being so terrible, you play her at the 3 because
okay.
I mean, you gonna win regardless, and then come SEC time. Sorry, time to slide back to the 4 because we need you down there.
Yeah, they do, and I don't know. I kind of feel for Samaya is like Ashlyn to me. I feel like Jersey and Miriam are in the same position for me. Mm-hmm. I feel like both of them are tall as hell, but not tough. Dawn and Kim are one and the same, and we doing traditional back to the back post, baby. That's what we do. We don't play that. Dawn and Kim don't play that. So Jersey and Miriam, you're going to be down there, but what do you bring down there? Jersey, of course, can make some layups, get some rebounds, but she's just not that dominant presence, just like Miriam's not. The problem is, though, at LSU, you don't particularly have a Ashlyn, Chloe, Adele, a this, a that. So Jersey's going to have to do it. And her and Miriam are just in the same ballpark to me right now. I don't know what's going on with Poa, but I hope she's straight.
Corey just said that Moki said Poe will return to practice with the team tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
she back.
So I'm just and Aaliyah Del Rosario. She got the reason because the girl, she probably watching whoever that was that tweeted me. The reason I tweeted she needs to do better about oh yeah, I know I'm not wrong. I just, people just how people get about their teams. I really just be talking hoops. Aaliyah, what she does is in the last 2 games I've watched, every time she gets the ball, she turns a drop step, but she leads with her shoulders and she's getting a charge every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, she got to figure that out because she needs to be low and widen her base so she can wrap that leg around. That's easy. Get them on your hip and wrap your leg around. But it's just like, I don't know. It's just hard to judge right now. They just really could be bored. So they're not playing hard because Charleston Southern was playing. They got it. And they got the shots they wanted today. And when did Charleston Southern get all them black girls?
I feel like we brought this up.
We did. Where did that come from?
Said y'all scheduling hard shit. I come play for you.
Like, when did Charleston Southern has never had that many black girls?
They switched it up.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Them girls down from Allendale.
Yeah, I just
And that honestly plays into Texas and Oklahoma hand a little bit because they've come there. I think that was the biggest thing, them coming into the SEC. How are they going to handle the physicality, right? Mm-hmm. Of the bigs and the banging in the paint. And this year, a lot of the top teams, they haven't really shown to have that banging in the paint mentality yet. And so it kind of opens the door for Oklahoma and Texas to play the game that they're used to playing without having to make that adjustment.
Did you see I haven't seen a lot of Texas yet, but I've seen a girl, I can't pronounce her last name, a big, because she been getting the fuck busy. Her last name. What you say?
You said for Texas?
Uh-huh. She been getting busy, a big. Reagan is like national player, AP player of the week. She's doing really, really good.
Older Cray? Old.
Yeah. Her. She been hooping.
Kyler transferred from Miami. She got a big body, little face.
Reagan has been hooping. So I'm just really interested. Ole Miss got Owala from UCLA. She looks really good in this. She looks really good. I think she found her spot because she didn't do. And at UCLA, she just kind of seemed like an afterthought. But already at Ole Miss, she looks good. Mizzou, pack it up. Arkansas, pack it up. Texas,
they need to be done.
TAMU, pack it up. Georgia, I don't know yet. Who else, y'all? So many damn teams.
Auburn, Gaston has looked good for them.
Hooping.
She's looked really good for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the SEC is probably be the conference that has a lot of, especially. I won't be surprised if the SEC coaches look like how the WNBA looked after this offseason.
Ooh.
I mean,
because a lot of the top players are I feel like they're going to want to be able to sustain some sort of level of success. SEC has been consistently, even through down years. That year when we had only 2 or 3 teams to make it in the tournament, compared to Big Ten and Pac-12 having 8 and 9, the SEC was still some of the last conferences standing, even with just our 2 or 3 teams in. And so I feel like if we can't perform at that particular level this season, I won't be surprised if we see this mass exodus with at least probably 3 coaches in the SEC.
And that's why they need to schedule better, because how are people supposed to know how good they are when they only worried about beating the teams in the conference?
Yep.
Because of everybody in the conference because I remember that year because everybody in the conference didn't schedule well, and it was just they played if they play okay versus South Carolina, then it's fine. But South Carolina been beating everybody ass, so it was
I think that was the year that was South Carolina, LSU, and
Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think it was Ole Miss because Ole Miss had beat Stanford. That was the year Ole Miss beat Stanford. LSU ended up winning, and then of course South Carolina made it to the Final Four.
And Tennessee was in it because Tennessee ain't missed one.
Yeah, Tennessee was in it too, but a lot.
I think that was the year though that Tennessee shouldn't have though. It was one of them years that Tennessee should not have made it, and they did. I think it might have been.
That was the first year that they dropped out of the rankings, or was that during one of our.
I don't remember, but I know it was one of them years that Tennessee should not have made it, but they did. So yeah, the SEC is just interesting right now. I don't like all these guards, but you know.
Are you shitting me, bro?
What?
Flo Millie did what?
Oh,
Stop.
Lord.
I'm scared.
Oh my gosh, she pregnant.
Stop.
Look at the
Oh.
look at the hold on, let me see it.
No.
Look at the video.
What video?
Breaking news.
Pregnant. Oh.
Y'all be having babies on purpose?
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Boy, when a certain somebody who just want a ring that wear Adidas pop out with a baby, oh, she gonna have a fit.
She didn't want her ring. If she want to go and let that man look,
Well, Millie shit.
she ain't. I was scared she was gonna do it, and they was gonna be like, "Girl, what?"
Somebody
Like,
said hints. I'm weak.
Yeah.
oh, Flo Millie, why y'all not? Can I? Oh, never mind. I was about to say something inappropriate. Never mind.
Wrapping it up.
I just use your butt. Use your butt. Use your butt.
Oh gosh.
Let's talk about. No, I'm not gonna talk about Sky. Bless her heart.
Who was Sky?
Sky Jackson.
With Yerk or whatever his name is, like
He look like my first boyfriend.
Ooh.
Oh,
Did y'all see? You know what? This should be a new segment, B, where we talk about whatever the fuck is happening in the world for like 10 minutes. Did y'all see that thread of everybody posting their ugly baby daddies?
No, that one lady got fried. That one lady got ate up. Cause why?
But listen, I'm a big man, but I look good. I don't know what the hell they was thinking
His
about.
proportions was off.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I
They
don't
How
want
they
to-
post that?
Nah, it's the guy that just met his little baby girl for the first time. That has had me weak all like.
First of all, Vic, he had red hair and he could dunk. He could dunk real good. He could play basketball real good. That was a draw, I guess. So
I feel bad for that little girl because this is the first time you done met your dad. He posted your face all over everywhere. And your face is everywhere. And you know kids be on TikTok. I can't even imagine what they saying to her at school.
And I feel like every day I log onto the app, I see another tweet of his that just is even worse. Like, I'm just like, bro, what?
Yes, Devin.
That one about if I it's something about someone abandoned you and now you want to
it was in response to Offset or something like that. And he was like, I wouldn't want, like, if somebody came in my life these many years later, I'd be like, fuck off.
But the thing is, like he said, if you didn't post that shit on Twitter, you would be fine.
Right.
Well, you know it's worse. This is why men have no shame, because it's always a dusty woman who will be like, no, it's okay. And it was dusty women who was like, no, this, that, and the third. It was a man that came on Twitter and said, yeah, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to decenter men because y'all are doing too much. If a man is telling you that, you're doing too much.
The girls in the comments were saying he could knock me up. Bitch, are you tripping? Close your pocketbook. That's the word of the day. We're gonna give y'all the word of the day. Put your pocketbook on layaway. Close it. Zip it. We are tired.
There's been a lot of
And then, like, Trump ain't made abortions illegal yet. Why are y'all having these babies? Sky Jackson, what are you doing?
Lo said, go to the chop shop.
Yerk.
Halle Bailey, why did you have that? You are a Disney princess. Sky Jackson, you are a Disney girly. What are you doing? Why you like?
Shit, you might as well.
That's
go
the
keep
man that you have
fun
fun with. Why are you having this baby, boo?
God.
You remember Insecure when Issa Rae said, what are we doing?
Use me. Not even
what are you doing?
You ain't even gotta go to the chop shop. You get you put the little IUD. Like, come on, it's so many ways, girlies. Like, we gotta figure this out.
Have somebody push you on your stomach down the stairs.
Okay, so the SEC. Oh, what did D said we're
Y'all
gonna name it?
delete us. I'm screaming.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh,
go.
man.
The lady
Do
on
not
for
close
color
this.
girls? What's the lady on for color girls that had the little hanger? What are you doing?
Oh,
Basically,
that movie is traumatizing, by the way.
I don't
I watched that thing like one time.
you know what? Let's all take a break.
For
You
color
can
girls,
take get you if you're on the pill after that, take like 8 birth control pills. Like, what are you doing?
man, I would have had plan B, C, D, E, F in that bitch. I'd have gone through the alphabet.
Matter of fact, if you go buy y'all some Plan Bs right now and put them in your fridge because we don't know what Trump finna do.
Exactly. You need to be saving them.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
they don't work if you over like 120 pounds though. So if you are, don't even worry about it. Just take like 9 birth control pills.
Not she calling y'all fat and knocked up.
Take 9 birth control pills.
Oh my gosh. Or it's always backpacks. I'm just saying, look. Ain't got that problem.
Don't shoot if it's plastic.
Use your butt.
Look,
Oh,
okay.
brother. We just gonna have to cut this section out.
I could go through the Lakers cheerleaders. Wouldn't nobody know but me and them. Just saying.
That was very
Low. What did Low do?
That was very specific.
I'm just
From Megan. Megan who? Megan the
Down there in
Stallion.
the sparkles.
Megan the
away
Stallion.
from Megan. If Megan don't
Megan better not play with me. I just watched that documentary. I don't have another time for another child.
how we shoot if it's plastic? Right in the eyeball.
They got they got concoctions for that.
They were getting on bruh knees.
He was a turkey baster.
His knees was like this, like
Whose
one leg
knees was doing that?
The girl who posted a baby daddy. One leg was in Texas and the other one was in Missouri.
I didn't even get to the knees.
Where's this?
Why did she post it?
Y'all got drinks?
No.
Well,
I unfortunately have to get up early tomorrow to go.
Oh, yada.
I have no work tomorrow. Tough times.
All right,
Yes,
we gotta remember this.
We ain't been with y'all in a few weeks, so we figured that we have to get into our usual form.
Y'all know how it is with us. We gotta remember this, B. We doing this every week. Come with a random topic that happened on Twitter. That shit got me crying.
Ooh.
We're gonna call it main character syndrome. No.
I don't know. A lot of people got that.
We'll work on the name.
We'll work on the title.
You know who else was a main character today? Lexi Brown.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing like that?
Oh, she didn't. She could have left it. Honestly, those are one of the messages you send in the group chat. If you really felt that way, because your group chat probably would have got you together and told you. If
Lexi said Curtis was supposed to love me. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I get what she's saying, but like I don't get how like Alyssa Thomas did a video talking about Duke and the rivalry. How was that gonna put you in that? Like we was gonna recognize you and then you was gonna go cheer for Duke. Like I don't get how that was gonna work.
Like so that's why I said during that whole conversation, that part, no. But what she said in a response to that person was fine.
Yeah, that was accurate.
Like,
so what did she say? So basically what happened was Maryland had they honored the people who went to Maryland and hooped for Maryland, but it was the people that graduated from Maryland, right? Lexi played for Maryland and Lexi was really good for Maryland. I think like when she said she was going to transfer, that was the time before transferring was big. And I was honestly shocked because I'm like, I really liked Lexi back then. So I know like she was doing really, really good. Like Lexi can hoop. Like she was really good for Maryland. So when she said she was going to transfer, I was like, oh, okay. So she transferred to Duke, did her thing at Duke or whatever. So now when they're honoring the people from Maryland, they're not honoring you because you transferred. You played your last things at Duke. You graduated from Duke. You went to business school at Duke. You did your Duke thing. Right. So she tweeted, Maryland acts like I never even went there. And it's kind of like, well, it's different when the DeJounte thing. Because DeJounte
graduated.
Right. So, and everybody was like, well, you didn't go there, da da da, which I feel like they could have just ignored it, but
Yeah.
like I did, but whatever, because that's her prerogative. Somebody commented or quoted and said they did the same thing. They do the same thing with Angel or AR. So Lexi tweeted back, she didn't lead them to a conference championship or back-to-back Final Fours respectfully. Something like that.
An undefeated conference season, yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, Angel's fans started jumping her, and then she made her page private.
Which is true. Like,
The
yes.
second part was very true. She didn't lie.
Angel's Maryland career compared to Lexi's Maryland career are not the same thing. Angel was always Angel, but Angel became Angel at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And Lexi was a really good college player from day one. You remember at some points at Maryland, Angel wasn't playing because I think he was doing the tournament. Brenda benched her.
I don't remember that, but
yeah,
I believe
she got her most of her freshman year, and then it was some back and forth. But I mean, I think they was just at Maryland at two different. Like when Lexi was at Maryland, like that was AT, that was
good. Yeah,
that was Lauren.
That was a good, good time.
Sure.
That was like we hooping for real. Versus Angel came in obviously at a time where they was bleeding transfers, so it was just a different team.
Yeah.
But Lexi's resume at Maryland is stamped. Like that is not nothing.
It is.
To argue.
And I mean, okay, so she got a ring from them, right? Then y'all give the Final Four rings and the conference rings, right?
I'm assuming she got all her rings and stuff.
So job's done. We gave you everything that you need to get from your time at Maryland.
Well, I guess I have two questions. My question for Lexi is like, is this an ongoing thing or is it just this game? Because I don't know how that would have worked when you went to Duke.
So from what I was told, that video was honoring the 2015 graduates, not necessarily the 2015.
That's what I thought. It was like people who
had graduated. So Lexi, you were on that team, but you didn't graduate with AT and all of them. So now, if they were acknowledging that particular team, I can see it. But then still, it's like you left and went there. So it's like you went and suited up for the rival. I know she said it was.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if I think they should honor her, but when she responded back to the person that brought up Angel, did she have to respond? No, probably not. But I don't think what she said was wrong
at all.
But I think because Angel's fans are protective, and they took it as her like slighting Angel or like being nasty. Right. But I didn't read it like that. It just came across as no, like, but this is what I did a lot for this program. You know, that's how I read it, and I know they start saying she was weird and stuff, and I don't necessarily think that. I think she was just proving a point, and they're like, well, she didn't have to do that. That's true, but at the same time, you didn't have to bring Angel up. I think a lot of times Angel gets brought up in these situations, and it you know what I'm saying, but she doesn't have to be brought up in. So, all in all, like, she should have just
They acting like the same ones that they claim to hate.
Do we need a transfer protocol? Like
we might need to because the girls are starting to feel slighted.
Like this is what to expect if you transfer from one prominent program to another one. Because I think
the only person who has a case after transferring is Dejanay. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, you didn't graduate from here. You gave us some good years, and that's been, rewarded and celebrated through rings, banners. Like, you get that. That's in the history book, but you didn't graduate from here. So
yeah, you get some people who transfer that don't even want anything to do with their school. I remember Arian Bradshaw, she won a national championship with South Carolina, and she was like, she don't really like talking about that ring. Because I remember on live, someone asked her about it. She was like, I mean, I got it. Okay, cool. But then I think it could be depending on how you leave. It could be if you graduated from there, because I hate to bring up South Carolina again, Destiny Littleton. People act like she was still part of the team. And, yes, she did graduate from South Carolina, but the way she was received against someone like a Dejanay going back to a Stanford, it was like Destiny came to the South Carolina Stanford game while she was playing for USC, cheering for South Carolina. And then Dawn and all of them and all the teams still hugging and loving up on her. You you won't never see
But
Tara.
Dawn culture
Dawn
different.
is also
I'm about to
different
say, but
too.
it's Dawn though, so that's like.
But Dejanay deserves,
That's true.
that type of fanfare from Stanford because she graduated from there. She spent her whole 4 years there, gave them very good years,
And sacrificed a lot.
Yeah. Like a grad transfer is different from just
Y'all
she
asking for
stayed
trouble
and got her ring, but because she stayed, somebody else was able to get their scholarship because she left.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just want Lexi's Maryland
more reason to give Dejanay her props because she was selfless to allow somebody else to stay because she knew that she could,
Yep.
Yeah, like Dejanay knew she could enter the portal and plenty people would have offered her. You don't see UConn go after a lot of transfers. Her finalists were Baylor, South Carolina, and UConn.
How do you remember all this? That's why your head's so damn big.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Baylor, South Carolina, and UConn. Now, and for those type of programs to come after you, you're good. But she stayed because she knew Miss didn't play as much. Miss football player sister needed a scholarship.
I just want Lexi's resume at Maryland is stamped. That's one thing I do want.
Yeah.
We got to be clear on that.
And
So,
Lexi,
so now I have a question. Since we're talking about Lexi's resume, how many people have a stamped resume at multiple schools? Because it's not often. Some people leave some schools because they want more playing time. But Lexi's one of the few that has a good resume at 2 different programs in 2 major conferences.
Leash.
Oh yeah, Leash.
Probably anybody from that North Carolina class.
Yeah.
Alicia Clark also.
Yeah.
Because she left Belmont to go to Middle Tennessee.
Who else?
You're right. That damn whole North Carolina. So that's Diamond, Stephanie.
I mean, Sanaya got a ring in South Carolina and a Final Four at North Carolina State. I mean,
but she didn't play as much her freshman year.
She was pretty valuable her freshman year, though. Like, she came in the Final Four game and...
I mean, yeah, she was valuable, but I'm talking about like...
Not like Lexi, though. Not like Lexi. Not like Lexi.
Yeah.
Not like Lexi.
I mean, obviously, Angel.
Yeah.
I mean, Shakira, kind of, right? Like, I thought she hooped pretty well at Maryland, and then when she came to Ole Miss,
I would say yes. What's the Ole Miss relation?
Like, she hooped when she was at Ole Miss.
No. She hooped. I'm saying, like, are they cool? Because, like, I don't ever see, like...
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what Haley Van Lith can do. Turn. You just said it.
HBL on her third.
If we like skip LSU and act like that don't exist, and then just from Louisville to TCU, then
what did she do? When she was guarding her, she shrugged or something.
I mean, Morrow, Anissa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because what she did for DePaul, you can't.
Morrow was fucking hooping at DePaul.
We were watching DePaul just to see what she was going to do.
Her, yes, we were. Yes.
Did she and Sonya cross? Did they overlap at all? Her, Sonya, and Shantae Stonewall, or did Sonya leave and Anissa come in?
Sonya was at Texas when Anissa.
Dang. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
did they have a year?
Wait, they made up have a year.
Or Rakia.
Yeah, Rakia.
Oh yeah, Rakia. Yeah.
I think we'll have more of them. We'll have more of them now because the transfer now is so easy versus like 10, 20
back then when you had to sit out a year. So you
really
had to know you wanted to transfer, you wanted to get the fuck out of there because you had to sit out a year.
Oh, damn, she did go to Iowa State. I remember that girl.
Who?
Alexa Middleton?
Yeah, I remember her.
MD had a lot of starters leave. Not now, Adrian Dupree. We're having a good start. We can't say that this year.
To be honest, the majority of if Maryland counted more than the people who graduated from Maryland, they would probably have the most in the WNBA. They would probably have more than UConn because there's a lot of them heifers that started at Maryland but finished elsewhere.
Lord, so Brenda doing y'all favors. I see that. That's Santa Claus.
Brenda planting seeds for the other rosters.
Favors, but
Diamond is stamped. like they said earlier, Diamond made the tournament every place she been. Diamond can join the committee.
And honestly, North Carolina State could have gone further in that tournament.
He
run.
said, yo, I'm glad you brought that up. I hate the way he coaches that team. They dribble too much. They lack discipline. They have no goddamn clue. I hate it. But he gets regarded as one of the best because why?
He's a white man in a toupee.
I hate it. I hate it. I cannot be a fan. I hate it.
Ty, I'm crying. EDD is a UConn legend. EDD got to that joint and said, "Actually, girls."
No thanks. I remember.
No
I
thanks.
think that's probably the biggest women's basketball story that I can ever remember. Well, bigger than another one that was pro. Anyway, I'll put it in the chat. But that one was the biggest women's basketball story that I had ever seen, like breaking news. I remember them showing the snowy campus of UConn, and it went not. It was like this fence. It was like this wire fence that they had dangling, and it was a snowy trail when EDD left. I think they said in the middle of the night, EDD left to go.
This is so dramatic.
It was. That's how dramatic the release was on ESPN when she left in the middle of the night to pack up and go back to Delaware.
Then play volleyball.
To play volleyball at Delaware. And like they hate, and I still think to this day, that's why EDD to me was probably one of the least talked about superstars in the W, because initially in her career, because of what they did. Because back then, when she came in, the league was very much so prop up every UConn player.
Yeah. The UConn machine, for sure.
She left because didn't he say her sister, she missed home, basically.
Yeah, she wanted to be near, I think her name is Izzy.
Lizzie.
Emmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, Emmy is goddamn JC's sister. My bad.
But I remember that team. Like that was a fun tournament though, because you had people like Skylar going off, EDD going off, BGG. Like that was a year when you never knew who was.
I got confused.
Boy, I'm crying that you saying EDD packed her. It was like, if I don't get the fuck up.
No, I'm telling you, like they showed that snowy UConn campus, and it was like in the middle of the night, number one ranked player in the such and such, and that's when they brought up why Pat canceled. They had brought up, I guess, Pat canceling the rivalry games between them because of improper recruiting violations or whatever, taking people on a tour of ESPN campus. I think that was Maya Moore, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mess. They brought up everything. I said, damn, all this shit for women's basketball, bitch, we here. And
I ain't gonna hold you. I loved EDD for that because I was cracking the fuck up.
That girl went and made Delaware a nationally ranked team, took their ass to the Sweet 16.
Now, why am I gonna play hard for y'all when I could just not?
She was like, this was nice, but
this was cute, but like I'm a dip the fuck out. Thanks.
She got on that sled and slid out.
She around here to do the fuck.
She got on the back of that dog and said, "Yeah,
that's a big ass dog for real though." But like that was, I still want to know who it was in the practice because the people keep hitting.
Wait, what?
There was something that said someone that alluded to either it being Tina or Maya, and it was like something we don't do in practice or we don't do that here or something, and gave her the business, and that's why they tried to say that's why EDD left. I don't know.
EDD put that back on and said, "Who don't do what, bitch? See you later."
She was
I don't even have to practice every day. Shit. Give a damn what y'all talking about.
Because she sat out a year and then went and played volleyball.
She had to because you remember the transfer rules back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the transfer rules. That's right. So she could have played volleyball right away, not basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Gotcha. She said, "Well, I just play volleyball."
Sir. It's like, what are you gonna do when they make you sit out of here? Play volleyball.
Play volleyball. That's one thing I like about EDD. She do not give a fuck about nothing. Oh, Tebow, you don't want to trade me? Shit, I just want to fucking play, bitch. You ain't said shit.
What do y'all think was her reaction when she got the news that both Eric and Mike were being let go?
She probably laughed her ass off.
Hugged them big ass dogs.
She did.
And probably built a damn table. Y'all be seeing her build her wood shop stuff?
She still be doing that.
She building some nice shit. It looked like quality woodwork.
That's some strong wood.
I forgot to tell you, I actually met EDD when I went to see USC in Portland. She was at an event. And I went up to her and I was like, bro, like, I'm a big Mystics fan. And like, I appreciate I was getting emotional. I was like, and I was like, I appreciate what you did for the Mystics. And she was looking at me like, okay. And she was like, okay, all right. I'm gonna go to other people. I was like, okay, that works. So I will never speak to Deladon again.
I want you to meet Tasha. I want you to go somewhere and meet Tasha Cloud and tell her the same thing.
Oh no, thank you. Thanks. She got enough going on with her.
Y'all, I hate y'all.
Her friend betrayal.
I'm glad I can say this. I'm so sorry, y'all. If this is inappropriate. But I know how the family reunions look so often in my head. And when we talk about our favorite moments on Twitter, a lot of time that's mine, but I can't bring it up because
oh my god.
Because hanging out because they're hanging out with Trumpies. I know how to feel. But hold on. I know where I can find it. Can you please hold on? Y'all. Oh my God. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Well, Phoenix is gonna be interested next year.
What's messy is I'm not repeating that. What's messy is performing activism with rubbing shoulder with Trumpers because you're used to that. I know how to family.
All you could do is laugh because oh my god. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have come as a surprise. So I don't even know if I want to say life comes at you fast because like.
And it's just so funny because.
Why are you shocked?
It's not funny, but it's just always, and this is what I always tell Dolores. It's not, you're not wrong. It's not the message, it's the messenger. People just don't fuck with you, but you're really not wrong. And I guess the only thing that shocked to me is like, are you surprised? Like, why did you not know that going in? Like, why did it come to a point that you had to have this hard conversation and have your feelings hurt? Like, because I don't want anybody to have their feelings hurt, but why did it ever get to this point that you had to feel some type of way about it? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess I just don't understand it. And it's funny because now everybody's laughing like we told you so, but y'all tried to dog Dolores that day because he said it. And like I said, messenger, maybe it could have been said a different way, but why did it get to a point that you needed to have your feelings hurt? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I just watched the video.
Oh, Jay.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay. You know what? I've had it. Y'all, I'm just gonna say this message in general, and y'all can take it for what it is. The naive approach y'all have had to white women this last month has blown my fucking mind, okay? Yeah. And I need y'all to be serious about who it is that you're talking to and who you're dealing with, okay? White women are going to pursue their interests, and their best interests do not align with you. Their best interest is what? Whiteness. Thank you. And I'm not saying that to offend. I know we got a lot of white people that follow us. We fuck with y'all. We're talking about the people who did what they had to do to get what they wanted in the White House. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I just don't. Why didn't you know? I guess that's what, like, did you think it was going to be something different? Like, she's shown you exactly who she is. You know what I mean?
Like, for years now. Like, it's not new. Nothing's new.
But I mean, maybe she'll learn and move accordingly. But that's kind of rough. Like, that's your locker room chemistry. Because I mean, people. I know one of my problems is I hold grudges. I do. But maybe they better than me and they won't, and they'll be able to play through it. But so bless their hearts. But
Like, I wonder if that's something that you have a discussion during these next few weeks, because this is a big time frame. This is a big next month now for the W. There's the lottery, and then there's expansion draft. And so, do you have those conversations like, hey, trade me? Because we've heard a lot of reasons why people have requested trades. And for someone as stubborn or opinionated as some of the players on the Mercury, do you think that this is something that could cause them or lead to them asking to be moved elsewhere?
I think the only person that asked to be moved is Ka, because she was traded there. But everybody else, they knew what they were getting into this past offseason and still chose to sign onto that roster. So they can stay.
And responded in such a way.
Indiana.
Oof. I guess they can finally make that trade for Kelsey Mitchell that was declined 2 years ago.
Oh, girl.
But
imagine Skylar for Kelsey Mitchell and how that would have been.
I'm interested to see how the expansions go too, because I don't know if I trust Kathy to be like focused on that side of things when picking new ownership. Because we saw, that the Mahomes family wants to make a bid on a WNBA team, and I, for one, don't want that. I don't want another Kelly Loeffler situation. We already got to deal with Greg Bibass, and personally, if we can get him out, that'd be great too. But is that something that Kathy looks at when she's going to get these new teams and expansions and stuff?
Yeah, like, because you have Kelly Loeffler. I mean, not Kelly Loeffler. You got the Mahomes. You have not Donna Arinder. Was it Donna Arinder? One of the former W presidents. They placed a bid for Jacksonville, and we already know how a lot of people feel about just being in Florida in general. You have the Orlando Magic owners. You have the Philly. We know Jason Tatum it has put together a group for $200 million to get an expansion team in St. Louis, which will give us another team in the Midwest. So that would be cool, probably in terms of time zone and TV on broadcast and stuff. So it's going to be interesting, like Yana said, to see, because in the past, a lot of the franchises that have been awarded over the past few years have been one international and two in blue states. So now where the hell are we going to go? Because there's very few blue states.
We're running out of blue states.
running out of blue states.
Running out. And I do and I feel like that's a big part of the WNBA that I think a lot of people who are new to the WNBA don't really factor in a lot sometimes, but this league is very progressive, and there's a lot of intersectionality going on with a lot of the women in the league. So you can't just bring in someone who has the values of Mahomes family, right? Because that's going to clash. To me, that's going to clash. And I don't know, as a player, I feel comfortable playing for them, right? And you want to make sure that the W continues to be a safe space for these women. And
I don't think it was a lot of women who feel like it was a safe space this year. So I don't think that's a priority.
That's true. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
Now that we're on that topic, since the last time we've had an actual space, there has been some news that has happened over the past couple of weeks.
Why would
did LT still have a job since our last?
She did.
She did. So LT has been let go. Stephanie White did Connecticut to go to Indiana.
Question.
Which means that Chrissy has been let go. Go ahead.
If Lauren tweeted, this person essentially gets the person that built this team, made this team who it is, got these many wins. These many wins get called a terrible coach, while the person who benefited from that could cause a great coach. Why on God's green earth would you think I'm talking about Chris?
The girls are not what, low, as you always say?
Smart. Like,
I don't know how they got that. Well, they wanted to.
They wanted it.
They wanted to.
What did Christy build?
Right.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Because when I read it, my first thought was definitely facts. I agree. I didn't even think about Christy Sides in that
What's
moment.
the dude? What's the song? Blowing Money Fast. He say, I built it ground up. You bought it renovated. Kurt built it ground up. Stephanie bought it renovated.
I honestly think Kurt, to stay on that topic of Kurt, I think he was one season away from making, maybe two, of making some shit happen in LA.
Yeah, I think they fired him too quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Because you saw the fight. The team, there were very few games where they were getting blown out. They were always right there.
Yeah.
They just needed to be healthy. In both seasons, they were not healthy. Because we saw what they looked like last season. Lexi was on her way of being an all-star and probably a most improved candidate.
She was.
Same for this year, too, to be honest. If Lexi's healthy, she's a big piece to what Kurt wanted to do with their offense.
Yeah. And so you have those in a camp. This year, Cam gets hurt. Leisure misses some time also. And
Mary gets hurt too. And Mary was playing well for a while, and then she got hurt.
Yeah, and Azarate, so he's had some big pieces of teams. Just like I also agree that LT got fired too quickly, and we saw what they did last year with the healthy roster. LT got with the Wings, they got fired too quickly. Like it wasn't that Stephanie Suarez.
I don't think
Llewellyn gets injured. These are her star players that missed games. Like these are key contributors that missed games. And so she was out. She was without
who was Llewellyn?
Is her name Llewellyn from UCLA?
Wait, who?
Oh yeah, Lulu. I'm sorry, I gotta have a few of these drinks.
I was just gonna let him ride. I was gonna let him go.
No, I don't think Azarez.
I feel like they got fired too quick. But now that's also interesting to me with him, Mr. Back the Blue, hiring Kurt. Because we know that Kurt, now granted, he's still a white man and he still has a certain privilege, even though he's a part of the LGBTQ plus community, he's a white man. So how are they going to work together with him being the GM, Greg Bibb relinquishing that control?
I think it's for the best. Like honestly, if Greg Bibb takes his hands out of everything and just be an owner, it's probably going to work out well.
I think Enrique don't have to post more pictures on Instagram. And Enrique don't have to put no more pictures on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering.
That was a funny day.
Who's gonna be the coach that Kurt goes for? Because Jasmine, he kept Jasmine as an assistant GM. He gonna look out for Jazz. He loved Jazz.
Yeah. I don't. Something Yo-Yo said as Azare Pete. No, I don't think she. I don't think she's near her ceiling.
She has another level.
She's dealt with a lot of injuries.
I think she is the prototypical W player at this point. Azare, she just has to
be healthy
and do it. Yeah. I think Azrae got a lot left in the tank. I think she could do it good. LT didn't do it for me, but I mean.
Hey, where you at? Oh, are you in Columbia yet?
Tell Pow Pow we love her and we proud of her.
And we see her moving them feet.
Also, let me ask you this, because Pow Pow curls look like mine. What's going on?
We when she have her hair in the fro, I'll be like,
that looks like my fro. What's going on?
I need another healthy season to just be.
Y'all, I hope Atlanta don't make me crash out. I will crash out.
Oh shit, y'all ain't picked nobody yet.
So who's still open? Dallas, Atlanta, LA.
We ain't picked nobody.
Oh yeah, Mystic.
Washington.
Oh, yeah. And also since our last spaces, the whole Gottlieb family. I'm sorry, not Gottlieb.
You try to speak something into existence.
Whoa! The whole T-Boat family has been let go. So they need a coach.
And
the Lynx GM or whatever is now going to Unravel. So like the league is just shifting.
The money must be
and the Lynx coach, Katie Smith gone.
Assistant coach, Katie Smith. She's
but
gone.
I wonder if she's doing double.
I don't think so.
No,
you can't be coach. You can't coach both. You can only be a player and coach. You can't coach in both. So yeah, she's gone. Because that's why
there was a quote in the article where she said something like, you might like something in regards of it being not a difficult choice in making the decision to go to an assistant coach because the jobs in the WNBA aren't as appealing as one would think it is. And I was just like, oh.
And it's so crazy because they just won. I mean, yikes, they didn't win. They just got to the finals. Yikes.
Her family was definitely a big reason why.
Who?
Her family being in Ohio was definitely a reason why. Katie Smith.
Oh yeah, makes sense. And that's her alma mater too. Like she will probably still go down. Will she? Is it still her or is it Kelsey Mitchell? Has Kelsey overtaken her? I mean, I know Kelsey did the points, but Katie led them to the national championship game.
I think you got to roll with who got you to the big house.
Yeah. So Katie, it's Katie, Kelsey, and Taylor and Chantel. I think probably those four.
Chantel, Lavender.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Chantel and Taylor used to cook.
Oh, you said Jantel. I heard Chantel.
Jantel, my bad. Yeah. So okay, yeah. So yeah, you can play because if you're a coach, and which I still think it can also be a conflict of interest if you're a player because you can also report back to your coach saying, "Oh yeah, if you got this player, I got this player that I think I want you to take a look at." But yeah. So
empty positions in the W right now.
Yeah.
Next year is gonna look real different.
And still got to find the two franchise teams or expansion teams, that don't have coaches. I think a lot of these players may also go to different systems, or a lot of these coaches may go to different systems and or leagues to get additional experience before possibly, because I really think I thought that Lindsay Harding was going to be the Valkyries head coach, but of course they went to Natalie. We haven't mentioned Tyler. Tyler is now the head coach with Chicago. Shouts out to him.
Y'all better be nice to him. Yes. Give him time. Be patient.
I don't think they are in here.
Well,
yes, they are.
Y'all let them know. Nice to Tyler.
There's over 2,000 people watching this beat, so
be nice to Tyler. Give him time.
It'll be interesting to see. You have those young up and coming coaches, like I mentioned. I mean, who knows? Maybe Jasmine Thomas decides to become a coach. Maybe we see some recently retired players.
Maybe somebody need to get their ass to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's gonna be me in a minute.
It's gonna be Renee. Watch Renee become y'all new coach. Renee
has already been depleted.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna say, get the ball to Ryan. If somebody on her, give it a leash.
I think Christy Tolliver could be the Mystics head coach.
I've had it.
She took the G League job.
What, Shay?
Enough.
Didn't she take a G League job?
I don't know, but we need. Can we just start anew? Like, why? Just give me Spoon and leave me alone. I've had it. Enough.
Who else is out there? Will Tanisha Wright resurface somewhere?
She don't need to.
New York Fashion Week, yes.
That was Brienne January that took a G League job.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, Christine,
where?
Did you say New York? I just choked.
Christy, the Sparks coach.
I could see that. She won a title with them. She done did her NBA bid.
They need to get moving.
Right, because she had that NBA experience. I won't be surprised if we get some other NBA coaches that are waiting for opportunities and they decide to come be like girl dad and come to the W side.
Like that.
I'm not ready for that, to be
true.
honest. I'm not ready for that. A bunch of NBA assistant coaches trying to use the WNBA as their stepping stone.
Yeah.
That I'm not excited about at all.
And girl, that ain't even good. He just there.
And he's not at all.
And people are going to say, well, Tyler did it. Tyler is different. Tyler has been at all levels of basketball his entire life. His dad is a coach and all that. Like, he breathes.
What are you eating?
This
Because you were
drink.
struggling.
I'm about to say.
And Tyler was an assistant coach before he became a head coach in the W. And he was willing to learn and continue to be the assistant coach. But this job opportunity came up, so he took it. But he was willing to take the steps to learn the game, understand the WNBA, connect with the women in the WNBA, and then take on that leadership role of being a head coach.
Somebody said the Bucks going to fire Doc and he could become the head coach.
That's funny, Trap.
Wait, but Bill Laimbeer was he was a good coach in the W. So,
Bill was old school. I don't know if Bill's style of coaching will work.
You're right. Yeah, that's not gonna work in the W.
And he ain't gonna want them to shoot those threes. He gonna be like, hell nah, stop shooting that
Maybe
shit.
Jason Kidd could do it, but not no. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Could we see some college coaches make the jump? Because especially those college coaches that have been affiliated with USA Basketball. So that's already Mike Neighbors, Joni Taylor. That's Delisha Milton-Jones.
Tony got some
Will Simone.
The
Johnny
first
got
team
some
you name those struggling.
Tony
real
might be.
bad
I don't know.
college right now.
Will Simone probably go down to LSU, get that experience, and then boom, come back for one of these expansion teams, whatever, who knows? Will Lindsay Whalen? Lindsay failed at Minnesota as a head coach. But will she get an opportunity? Will Cheryl name her as her replacement during the finals? I get it. They made the finals, and so a lot of the legends went back. But was that her way of going back around the links to be like, hey, I need a job?
She was more active than all the other ones.
She was. So, and you remember, now she's already lost Katie. So who else? And so Cheryl has lost Katie, has lost Planette. I think last year, Rebecca's the only one that's still like holding strong. So who else? Will Rebecca get a nod for a job? So will she call back some of her former players? I don't think it'll be Seal. Seal is somewhere knitting on the beach, giving out hugs.
Your best life.
Yeah, the mortician.
Oh, I made that up.
No, she is.
Then she got her she got a license or something for it.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be real interesting to see who could be these.
I got a job for Rebecca Brunson.
Rebecca could be.
What's the job?
She could coach the Mystics. That's all I was saying. She could coach the Mystics.
And she's from Georgia. She
went to Georgetown, Oxon Hill, big PG County.
Is she from the DMV or she just went to
big?
Georgia?
Nah, she big PG County. Like that's Maryland through and through.
Okay,
bring her home. I'm good.
I'm excited, and I think the main reason why I'm excited over the next few years because not only will we get new coaches in the league, hopefully, but we'll get some new players, and not just the recycled players. We'll really get new opportunities over the next year and the year after. There'll be 36 more.
Sound it out, baby.
There'll be 36, at least 36 more player jobs. Yeah. At least 33 more player jobs in the W. And so those players like those Arellas, then I'm gonna say it, Taya Coopers and the Hennies and Alyssa Cunanes and some of those players could get an opportunity. Sorry, maybe not. But a lot of those players get an opportunity to come and fight for a spot.
They better be ready because these girls coming up.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Better be ready because I'm competing. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Kelly who training camp.
Kiara Leslie.
I can block somebody for 10 minutes.
Kyla Charles. Like those are players who I think can be good.
Charlie Collier coming back.
Charlie Collier. Danya Kleinies. Like those are players.
Okay. K. Like, come on, Ty.
Oh, fucking
Or
brother.
we could see current bench players become stars at these other franchises. Shout out to you, LA. Go and do your thing. Like, I'm rooting
Oh,
for you,
fucking
sis.
brother.
So, but no,
Brandon,
like, it's really
Brandon, you
exciting.
dragged it.
Okay. So I got a question. Jamie. No, okay, Tyler. I know you want to just root for your Vol player. I enjoyed Jamie on the Aces that one season. I was also enjoying a little bit too much because I was trying to pitch. I was trying to look at the petty level between her and Asia because that was just after that foul. That wasn't a foul that they had called back.
Yes, that was a foul. To all the
and I noticed that they had missed
you know the
each other
play.
backing up.
That was a foul.
Yeah, so that was a little pettiness, and there was a little bit going on, but that's neither here nor there. I want to ask this last question before we wrap up. Which bench player do you think is right on the cusp of having not a Dejanay player, because Dejanay was still a role player, but somewhat of a success story like a Dejanay, or that player that really stood the course or stayed the course and they blossomed maybe within their third or fourth year? Who is it?
Nyara Sabli.
Ooh,
I think.
Good finals.
I'm trying to think of all the
On the
teams.
bench. I guess in a way she started, but then she was sent to the bench, and then she started some. But Jordan Horston to me is a consistent starter in the W.
Okay.
I think she should come off the bench, so I guess Horston would be one of them too.
Lexi.
Ho. Yeah, she should be starting too. Is she not starting?
I think she did towards the end.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. Once the shit ended, I wiped the W from my mind. I'm so sorry.
Maddie. Yeah, Maddie Seacrest is a good one too. Before she got hurt, she was hooping.
Seacrest. Yo, you're a little late, sister. We didn't ask this question 2 years ago for Benaja. Sorry.
Do we think?
Yeah, that is definitely a long shot, Dana. Very long.
I wouldn't be surprised if Charlie is back in the league on one of these expansion teams. She's playing in Australia now. Has she been hooping? Like, has it been good? I haven't seen anything. Crystal Dangerfield. I said, never mind, whore. Yo, be a Christian. I'll put you in that.
Which overseas league has been usually, because I know a lot of times when people go overseas, they want the Americans to get.
Why did you say that girl was gonna be on the expansion team?
Who?
Overseas teams, EuroLeague's really good.
So is the best judgment typically the EuroLeague teams?
I'd start with EuroLeague.
Okay. How do the Australians typically?
Australia's usually a pretty good league too, and honestly, I think China's league is building up to be a
I feel like everybody over there.
Like, yeah, they damn near about to be, because they just opened it up. Before it used to be like you could only have one or two. I think it used to be one. You could only have like one national player on your team, but now they open it up to where you could have like 2 or 3. So that's why there's more WNBA players getting an opportunity to go over there. But China's like ramping up to be one of the better leagues, and they paid them well.
I know China was always typically the ones that really paid.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where Liz in Asia, when Asia went for 2 weeks, maybe. That's where she went.
Don't do my girl.
Yeah, 2 weeks, tweak that ankle, and she's like, "All right, I'm back home."
Do y'all think Ken leaves Chicago? I don't.
Who?
You about to say a choice?
Kennedy.
I don't want to be anything other than
what
I don't know what Chicago got going on, so I'm staying out of that.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's happening.
I love the coach. Good luck to him. He's a good man.
Friend of the
man. Okay. Any questions? Anybody? We can't bring anyone up on stage, but any questions someone want us to address before we clock out for tonight? Ooh, I feel like that all slurred together.
How you had to drink?
He been pouring a good bit.
All the mini bottles that they gave me on the plane, I put them in my pocket.
Oh my gosh.
In my pocket. You got to be a certain age to know that song. Hey,
I'm not that old.
I'm
That
only
man
24.
I don't see no questions.
No
All right.
I'm only 24.
Did y'all have a good time? Did y'all enjoy this?
Yes, we're gonna be back with more of these.
It's almost 2,500 of y'all in here, and it is 11 o'clock on a Tuesday. We appreciate y'all.
If we get to 3,000, we might show a nipple.
I didn't say that.
No.
Yeah, Rakia is
yeah.
nice. It's fine.
Yeah,
Rakia, that was a good commercial.
she looks like she don't look like a basketball player in it. You know how when they put athletes and stuff, they're like, "Oh, you're an athlete." She looks like, yeah, we picked you to be in this.
Ty, I think it's too early for
Yeah, I don't think anybody has looked that great. Now that's another thing that Dolores was right about. That 3-on-3 stuff.
What happened?
Oh, they finally went after some WNBA players.
Yeah.
Oh, for the USA one?
I'm glad they did that. And I hope the girlies stick it out because that bronze was a hot mess.
Hey now.
You welcome.
I mean, they medaled, but it was a hot mess.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people trying to leave Twitter because of all of the chaos. So we may have to do more of these so that people who don't,
you can literally tailor your thing.
Well, that too.
Because I don't be seeing none of that bullshit a lot of time.
I mute a lot of words.
Oh, I don't either, but I think because of just Elon owning it and whatever he's going
to do. He got a bad body.
He built like that girl, baby daddy.
I kept this, y'all. Then she posted it and I saw another. She's like, "Oh my God, y'all eating me up. I just keep it to myself next time. Maybe ain't no next time."
Any guesses on the rest of the Unrivaled roster? No.
Yeah, that hit today was funny. They absolutely made it seem like it was Rachel Banham.
I thought it was. I think it was the addition, the song. Because they added the song to the video.
And then I saw Lotto. So it's just kind of like.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what's going to happen with Unrivaled roster, but I'm going to be tuned in to the little draft because I want to see how it goes.
I'm a little confused. I'm not confused, but
who's ready to be? Who's ready to be in Tampa?
Tampa, yeah.
I hope everybody been working out.
Yeah, join Low Committee, y'all. Make sure y'all her community on Twitter. Make sure y'all go in there.
Work out. We be getting it in.
I did a 2-a-day yesterday, and
I'm uninterested.
I did ladders and ropes and sprints and jump rope.
Oh shit!
I'm
gonna tell y'all something. If AT elbow me one good time, I'm going to South Beach and I'm not fucking coming back to the gym. You're not gonna have me in Miami with a black eye because AT came and put that shit in my fucking
everybody needs to be in Tampa in their thong bikinis.
Yes, Tampa is lit. Everybody go to Tampa.
And even if you ain't going to,
I'm not gonna play in the Olympics. Hey, last time in where was Cleveland? It was litty in the city.
Even if you cannot afford the Final Four games,
we're gonna be on the beach.
Post it up at a beach somewhere with the game on the beach.
I'm gonna be on the grill.
No, you're gonna be
on his slides, his little the little brown slippers.
And I gotta
everybody don't forget to get your hairs done.
Oh man.
Okay, y'all. That was great.
Hey man, Cleveland was stupid.
Cause why would you say that?
We are having a great time. Everybody have a great day.
Let me tell y'all, Cleveland, look at that game.
Oh God. Okay.
Get your hand out of my pocket.
Cleveland was a movie. Why low? What I do?
All right, tap in with us, y'all.
Everybody said no.
Who's some of your favorite black historical figures? Martin Luther King.
That is such a random ass question.
Malcolm X.
Everybody have a great.
Wait!
I can't even get the shit out.
What?
Not Melissa X.
Wait,
man.
What?
Who's Melissa? Y'all are crazy.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, y'all.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Okay, we're not ready.
Who is your favorite
Dolson?
character?
Big Mama is a rival.
You didn't know that Dawson was a rival, Shay?
I saw AT. I didn't know they did. They went from
That's what they said, the Big Mama thing. They was talking about.
Oh, that's why everybody was arguing about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it. Okay. So
Okay,
people
I'll be forgetting.
People
Who's my
thought it was
favorite
Lotto and it was Steph.
Mine is Don Staley.
Y'all abandoned us in Discord.
Did you ask me my favorite Don? Did you ask my favorite Black history?
I did.
Oh, Madam CJ Walker.
Oh man.
Wait. Wasn't she? Oh, that Mary McCall Bethune, the hair lady.
No, Madam
that's
CJ
Madam
Walker
CJ
was the hair
Walker.
lady.
Shay in this shit. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. See y'all next
Everybody
week.
have fun.
Love y'all.
Shout out to y'all. I have fun. Peace.